Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. What's going on? I hope you guys are in the side chat. I hope your Saturday night is good. I hope your weekend's good. Me and Keith is hanging out for a little while. We just figured we'd come on and have a little bit of fun. Uh, yes, I know it's true. I haven't done a live stream in a while, and that's my personal business. Things at home, just recharging my battery and just other things going on that has nothing to do with social media. So it is good to be, doing a live stream. So, and for the people that didn't know, hey, buddy, ZX9R, how you doing? Uh, Me and Keith got to hang out a little bit today. Been a while. So, um, and actually it got up to 59 here. So what's up, big country? How you doing, buddy? Uh, So I did not ride the bike. My bike, Keith rode his today. I will be getting mine out tomorrow. What's going on, Tiger?
Hey,
And hooking up my cables for the heated gear. So I still haven't done that.
man.
And I got a new heated jacket and gloves. So uh, I think I'm going to put those to the test in the next couple of days because it's going to be in the 50s. And I think that'll be good to, you know, kind of test that brand out. It's called Volt. Seems like a pretty decent reviews I've read. So, uh, but yeah, like I said, it's good to be back Saturday night. I know it's not Monday night, but it's Saturday night. Um, Figured, jump on here and have a little bit of fun, have a drink. So, Evil Rick, I hope you're doing good, buddy. Tiger, you too. All of you guys. So Keith, man, which some people seen our post. We did meet at Bucky's in Crossville. We had
That's right.
to we got to eat breakfast together, which uh,
It used to be God's gift to Texas, and now it's God's gift to everywhere else that they're moving.
yeah,
So
yeah, big country.
God bless
My
Texas.
wife bought me a heated jacket that has the heat in the neck and the arms, the back, and the front. It does have the cables. It hooks to my battery and then hooks to the jacket, so I'm not running batteries, so it won't go dead. As long as my motorcycle's running, the heated jacket will run. Then the gloves can run through the heated jacket and all that. So that will make riding, especially here in the mountains, a whole lot better. So, yeah, we had a good breakfast. I mean, we got to see each other. I think we hung out for a couple hours, didn't we? And just, you know,
Yeah, at least it was a
it's
good time.
always, yeah, it's always good to see each other. And, you know, because, you're busy, you work, I'm busy, been real busy, but, it's, and most people know when you're actually getting to meet up again and get to hang out with somebody, it's always a good time just to reminisce and kind of get back to that page because it kind of feels you know it kind of for me it kind of feels like now that we're getting through January, now we're getting into February, that early spring is starting to come along. So I mean, the early spring to me, is I love springtime.
Yep.
Getting the bikes
Well,
back out, doing stuff like that.
yeah,
It gets my morale better, my mindset better. Uh, Getting the year, try not really plan completely out, but getting those, you know, getting to start really getting those plans going and what I'm going to get to do this year really, gets me excited and stuff like that. So you're not sitting around with winter blues or depression or anything like that, because that happens. And I'm one to admit it. I'm very transparent. I do suffer from depression, anxiety, some mental health, and there's times it does hit. And so, like I said, that shit is real. And but as like I said, as I keep continuing and going through, yes, wind therapy helps so much, man. And that's why I've been missing the wind therapy too, big country, because
Yeah. How come
I
Pfizer
can,
doesn't sell motorcycles, Ray?
I can feel, I can feel that early spring coming on, and thank you, ZX9R. I don't care to admit it, man. I've suffered with it my whole life. And there's just times that I have my moments and, depression and stuff. And like I said, I haven't done a live in a while. I'll be transparent. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody or anything on social media. It was myself. That doesn't mean, I'm completely, done for. I just have moments and I still talk to certain people and try to keep, on a good touch base. And I mean, there's just times that, I lock myself in my own head and I know I shouldn't do it, but there's times that I do. And it's good to recharge my battery and kind of step away from social media for a little while and figure things out and stuff like that. So, but like I said, that's just part of life and things like that. So, and I think most people, especially like up north in Michigan and different places like that, they're still got snow, man. They've got winter still hitting, different places and stuff. And I can only imagine because that shit sucks. I mean,
Yep.
right now, thank God we had that a week and a half ago. That's gone. It's melted. We may get more. I know where I'm at on the plateau. I've seen snow in April, so it's not really gone until it's really gone. So, and it's what's okay. Big Country says, I'm glad you're talking about this because men were always yeah, and that's the thing, Big Country. I've got some early live streams. If you go back in my channel, I do a lunch hour and I talk about a lot of things, very transparent. We've always had that stigma of a man. We have to be tough or we can't show our emotions. We can't talk about, things that really goes on and stuff like that. So, and I've talked about it a lot on my earlier live streams on my lunch hour or my break or whatever it was. There was a couple different ones called, but yeah, I don't think there's enough, people that talk about it. And, cause I'm the kind of guy where I've actually suffered and suffer with it. People say, you okay? Yeah. A lot of people say, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. And I know those people cause I can tell because I'm one of them that I can tell that not everything's fine and not everything's good. So, I mean, but I think as like, motorcycle season's coming, rally season's coming, people are going to start, getting out of their depression and blues and all that. So what's up, Zen? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, had to get away too. Yeah, and Rob, what's going on, buddy? But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's nothing new to me, but there's just times that it happens, and like I said, it's always good to recharge my battery and get back to some sort of normalcy, and hanging out with Keith Thumpers, talking to Monkey and the Tom and the Bill and the people that I socialize and talk to like daily, you know, is just, really helps a lot. I mean, that's just because you don't see me on the screen doesn't mean I'm not on there sometimes, I do step away, but also, I'm not on there 24/7, but when you're close with friends and you're close enough, you actually have people's phone numbers, you talk to them. To me, that's what helps me is the people that's in my life that actually, know when to say, hey, is everything okay? What are you doing? Or, but
Right.
yeah, anyways, I just, get that out of the way and having a drink tonight, me and Keith, and figured, we met up this morning and we were hanging out and had breakfast and, I was like, hey, let's just jump on and do a live tonight and we'll see how it goes. And, I mean, Keith's had I don't know if you people know or not, but Keith is a Tennessee guy now. So
that's right. It's official.
He's going to have to learn how to talk and speak the names of the towns.
That's right.
How they're pronounced.
Is that right? Lebanon? Did I get it?
Yeah. Lebanon. Yeah.
Lebanon.
A lot of people,
That's right.
you know, different Lebanon, you know, or Lebanon. Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
right,
had a
man. It
buddy of
doesn't
mine already
fall,
tell
you
me.
know.
Yeah, I said Lebanon, and he's like, nope. They'll run you
Well, a
out
lot
of
of
that
people
town.
take it like well, we know you're not from here. They'll like, you know, criticize your, or some people like, if you say things weird, like Maryville, we say Maryville,
Oh yeah,
and a lot of other people say Maryville. But there's people that'll
right.
crucify you if you don't pronounce it right. You know what I mean? Like I got a little place called Pall Mall, you know, and some people say Pall Mall, and I'm like, no, it's Pall Mall, you know. I mean, we got Elgin, you know, different, and people speak, you know, say different things. Oneida, you
That,
know, that people say a lot of
right.
different stuff, you know, rugby,
Now
and,
that's
you
funny
know,
though, Ray, because you got Elgin. So between Houston and Austin on 290, there's a little town called Elgin. I've always called it Elgin, but they'll say it's no, it's a they'll say it's a you know uh,
Elgin,
they'll say
or
Elgin, but it looks like Elgin, but nope, it's Elgin. Yeah, and then
yeah.
some people say no, it's Elgin, and I'm just like, oh god.
And what's
Like
worse is when
if
you're
you know what
around
I'm
people
talking
that,
about, then can we just let
yeah,
it go?
and people that have raised there or live in that state or in that town, you know, and they will correct you quick. They're like, you know, no, this is how you say it, you know, and or most people will immediately be like, where are you from? You know what I mean? They're, where you at? Where are you from? And because they know if you say something different, you're not from there. Because you
Right.
know,
I
even
just
if
tell them
it's
I'm
the
from
true
Russia.
saying, yeah, even like Maryville, the true saying Maryville, but if you don't pronounce it as Maryville, you're not a Tennessee guy. You wasn't raised here. You don't know the true. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, and I think it's funny because a lot of people. I've been to a lot of different states, and they're like, they're like, where are you from? You know what I mean? I'm like, Tennessee. Yeah, but you're from somewhere else, you know, deep or something. Like, no, actually, I was born here, but I moved when I was 2, raised in East Nashville, and you know, and then around Lebanon and White House and Gordonsville and places, and then moved back to the mountains when I was, you know, older, high school age, in high school. So my language, yes, it may sound country to a lot of people. I'm sure it does, but there's a different, you know, it's not a complete deep woods back, you know, banjo talk. I don't think, and it may be to some people, but to me, I don't believe it is. It's a different, because some people has also been like, well, I can't figure your accent out. You got one, but I can't figure it out. And I'm like, it's just country, man. Just say it's country. You know what I mean? It's just a country
Right.
accent, you know, or whatever, you know.
No.
And
So I was born in the deep South, right? And then when I moved to Houston, I was 13, and I was in Houston for 6 weeks. 6 weeks, and then I went back to visit because summer, and all of
yeah.
my friends said, "You sound like a Yankee," and I was like, "I went farther south than where I live now,
Yeah.
technically." And I said, "It's Texas, for God's sakes." And they're like, "Nope, you sound like a Yankee." But you know what it is? It's all those people from Pittsburgh.
I was
Uh,
going.
it's all those transplants from that moved to Houston from Pennsylvania stuff, and I guess they took away my accent. Although Renee says that when I go back and see my family, you know, aunts, uncles, cousins, and stuff, she said I talk more country, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's like, well, Tiger,
maybe
he
I
says
do. I don't.
up here it's called hillbillies. Where you're at, it's called wrong turn, dude. He's over there, I think, in Virginia or West Virginia or North Carolina or something like that.
That's not hillbilly. That's mountain. That's mountain
That's
Billy.
the hills have eyes. No, but
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what I like about it. It's all, you know, because really, I would think you would have more of that deep Louisiana, Texas, you know what I mean? That deep South down there is what kind of,
Yeah.
and you do to a point, but you know, it is like it's not like Bubba Gump talking, you know what I mean? It's you have,
Right.
that's probably because you're educated, you know, there is some uneducated people that talk
I
words,
don't
you
know.
know, that's
I think it's just I've lived all over, and so maybe it just didn't.
and
Although, like
that's
I
what
said,
I
if I
thought.
I tell you what, you really want to blow your own mind, like, and I mean blow your own mind. Don't blow your own anything else, just your own mind. But record your own voice sometime,
Oh
and
God,
then
I hate it.
and
Yeah,
and listen. And I don't sound on the recording anything like what I hear in my own head.
exactly.
So,
I
and it
don't think I
sounds
sound the
worse, by
same
the way.
on this screen, you know, on this. I hate the way I sound on a video or a screen, or like I can always tell on a voicemail or on a talk. I'm like, damn, I didn't think I sounded that bad,
Yeah.
you know.
Who is that guy?
That's yeah. What's up, frog? You know, and I don't know. I feel because it just I don't know if it's because just the way technology works and you know and all that and the wiring and the phone system or whatever. But yeah, I feel like my voice is a completely different voice from real talk to screen talk. You know,
Yep.
and that's okay.
Hey,
It doesn't matter. What's
you
up,
should
Road
put Big
Rowdy?
Country's thing. You should put Big Country's deal saying on a T-shirt that where the hoot owls hunt the chickens.
Yeah. What's up, John? How you doing, buddy? So many rays here. That's right.
What's up, John?
Hey, he's got some good. You ever watch his Instagram stuff?
He's a wild man. That's all I know.
He does all those Legos, or
Yeah,
isn't he the one that does all those Legos?
I've only watched John on YouTube. I don't know if I've ever.
Oh, really?
And
I think he does a lot of
but,
Lego stuff. Like puts a lot of those Lego stuff together on his Instagram. Like my daughter, she's
not Lego
into
women,
that.
right?
She's into that Lego, stuff.
He's not building Lego women, like
no, he's building
like
big
blow up
sets.
dolls.
I think and
big sets. Legos with the Lego women. What are you talking about?
And I've had my daughter look at some, and she's like, "Oh my god!" Because there's somebody else that does them too. I can't remember who does it, but they do like some big, massive shit, And I'm like, I don't have the patience to put 10,000 pieces together, Lego builds.
Well, I hope you're not married.
Pictures on Instagram, yeah, but the videos that YouTube, yeah. So, I mean, I don't have the patience. Like I said, I couldn't do it. I think he's the most talked about guy though on YouTube that has the more cameras than anybody on his bike. I think the guy's got 5 or 6 different cameras on when he rides. I got to the point where I'll just throw my, one camera up and there's 98% time. I don't even turn it on. Just every once in a while, I might, if I know I'm going through a certain place, I might just turn it on and do a short. But other than that, I just like doing mine on my phone when I get to the place. I just like to film here and there and do that. Like I said, I'm not trying to be, the million subscriber guy. I'm not.
I'm the world's worst YouTuber.
I'm not trying to be YouTube famous. I just enjoy doing what I do and meeting the people through it that I have and doing the things I do. That's fun to me. So that's what I like to do. So he said he had 5 cameras once, 1 on his helmet and 4 on the bike.
Like Steven Spielberg rolling down the road. Yeah, I was about to say, even Josh.
How can you not?
With a 2-lane life, I don't think he's rolling with 5 cameras on at the same time. I mean, maybe between Lance and Galen too, but
yeah, he does
he's standing up in the stirrups with a 35 millimeter, which is pretty impressive. He does that. He gets
ZX9, buddy. Here's the thing. When I first started my channel, I was doing more riding and like motor vlogging with the cameras on the bike. And here's the truth. I got so sick of it. It was not a job. I don't care to work. It was such a headache because I wasn't enjoying my ride anymore. It was more worrying about if my batteries was charged, if the camera was on, if I had an angle, because I've got a 360, I've got GoPros, making sure I had all that. So it got to that point of my rides got to the point where it was like frustrating and I wasn't even enjoying the rides anymore. So I was like, to hell with this. So that's why I stopped doing a lot of the video on my motorcycle. And I just got to the point where I was like, well, when I get to an event or a motorcycle or whatever I'm doing, I'll just film that and put it on my channel, because I want to enjoy my ride. I want to enjoy riding what I'm doing. So what's up, Gremlin? So I just got frustrated trying to keep everything going right. And it took away from my real reason why I got on a motorcycle. So, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Why I quit doing a lot of motovlogging. I've got all the cameras, the equipment, the helmet, the all the mounts, all that stuff. I can do any angle. I can do any, from wherever. I just got sick of it. It was taken away from.
I will say this though.
I was riding the bike. So
John just said, he's done it so long, it's second nature. I really do think, and like I said, maybe there are other people out there like me who you go, well, why, that guy should probably be doing YouTube because he's not afraid of making a fool of himself and he enjoys talking to people. And, but the truth of the matter is like to get comfortable doing it. I think what John is saying is true. I think you just have to do it until you get comfortable with it, whether it's dealing with the cameras or talking to nobody in walking down the street, at Daytona or Sturgis and thinking this looks stupid. But in reality, it's not like you're the only guy doing it anymore.
No, there's a ton of people down there.
You just got to get, and when I say you, I mean me, because if I'm ever going to do anything, that's like, you just got to get past the whole thing of, like you said earlier, getting locked in your own head.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think most of our problem, if there's something you want to do, but you don't do it, it's not that other people are stopping you from doing it. Right. It's not that even money, because there are too many people that have made it.
Oh yeah.
Started with zero money or $10, right? Started a company with $10 and now they're millionaires. Or they're shy, but now they're on, YouTube or they're in the movies or whatever it is, right? Some performance art situation. But I'm just saying, like, the truth of the matter is we're our own worst enemy. We're the ones that nobody gets in our way most of the time.
No, because I criticize me more than anybody. I really do. I criticize myself like that, and that's why I always think like with the, the motorcycle stuff. Now, if I watch your motovlogging, not your just YouTube channel walking around talking, but if you're actually on your motorcycle and you're doing a 30-minute, especially 25, 30 minutes or more on the motorcycle talking, you better keep me engaged. You know what I mean? Because I cannot stand and I think a lot of people's learned, if you're not going to an epic road or something great, you better have one hell of a conversation or talk, good talking points or something, because for people to sit or for me, I should speak for myself, for me to sit and stay engaged to watch you for 45 minutes or 30, whatever, and you riding down the road, it better be a damn good talk or something, or me seeing some killer scenery, because I can't just sit and watch someone ride, you know what I mean, for a long period of time. I just can't do it.
Ooh,
I'd rather watch somebody
I got an idea
in a shop or walk around.
For you, Ray. So here's the deal, Ray. This is $1 million idea, and I'm giving it to you for free. So, motovlog yourself riding down the road, right? Especially if it's, and then just overlay a Joel Osteen sermon on top of it, and it will be inspirational, and you will become rich and prosperous at the same time. I'm telling you, it's a win-win, baby.
Or have a nice rack, like Monkey says.
Or have a nice rack. Yeah.
Cheers to that, buddy.
You can't see my rack because the
camera angle.
No, well, no.
I agree, Tiger. 10, 15 minutes. I got to the point where I was realizing if you do anything over that, a lot of people will not stay and watch till the end. And that's why a lot of my videos I've cut down to 5 to 12 minutes, because someone will, most people will sit for 5 to 10 minutes or so, but anything 25, 30 minutes, if you're not really following that person and really enjoy their channel, you're not going to watch their stuff for 30, 45 minutes, you know, and nothing towards
like,
Robert
it's
Simmons.
like porn, right?
I've met the
It's a
guy a
race
couple
to the
times.
end.
If you're going to sit and watch an hour and a half, 2 hours of him doing slow speed, you better be really engaged with that, because if not, I can't do it. I can't sit and watch anybody, not just him, anybody that's going to sit for 2 hours doing something that I'm not interested in. You know, it's crazy. So, you know, oh crap, monkey is here. There goes the neighborhood.
I will never
Yeah.
fault a man for eating Oreos. That's a freaking national treasure.
He said I've been
Wait, did he
lucky.
say areolas or Oreos? Which one? I misread.
Been solving Oreos in my, been shoving Oreos in my pile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Well, I tell you
My
what,
bad.
the wife actually picked up some kind of dipped Oreos, white chocolate, some kind of big chocolate bar or something. I don't know. Where they were at today, which not Man Rex. He says now I want Oreos. Yeah. Well, I tell you, I bought a cinnamon bun today I bought a cinnamon bun at Buc-ee's today for the kids. I mean, them things are huge, ain't they? I mean, them things are monsters.
Yep.
And I don't touch them. They're too much sugar for me, but the kids, you know, they like it. So,
hey man, just get you some insulin and sit it next to the thing and then just balance it out.
Yeah. So Monkey wants to know, you guys in the side chat, who's going to Daytona. We may see you there. We may not. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna be there with bells
it all
on.
depends. Yeah, I'll be there. It depends on what my review of my heated jacket goes. No, if it's cold. I'm a fair weather rider, man. I don't. You know, I'm a chicken shit.
No, that's Thumper.
I actually
Thumper
got
is
heated gloves now, so I've got heated gloves and heated jacket. So I'm hooking all that shit up tomorrow. I'm gonna get the tour pack off and pull the seat off and get to the battery. So, he says, "Country King, you eat stuff like that." Yeah. What's up? Hello, Shannon. Evening.
Big Country just has to go do a bunch of road work after that.
Yeah, depends on if.
But see, that's the difference. Somebody like Big actually does go out and, like, you know, burn it off, whereas me, I burn it off by eating more Oreos, which I don't think that works, honestly.
No, that just makes your ankles swell up with diabetes.
The diabetes. I got the diabetes.
He said, I got the HIV.
Like,
but yeah, I don't think
I've
tried to avoid all sugar, you know, even anything. The only thing I've been touching was sugar, which ain't much lately, but you know, I mix, you know, a little Jim or Jack with some Coke. Other than that,
what are you talking about? That's an energy drink.
Yeah, there's no. I'm not eating sweets. I don't eat that shit anymore. So losing weight's hard enough when you're my age. You know,
your age, shit. I wish I could. I wish I could get rid of sugar. I wish I could quit you. You know, but damn it.
Gremlin says he's going to be there. He's got Doritos. Hello, Pro Monkey. Watch this. Tacos. He said, yeah, tacos was the other night from. Tacos was from Garcia's the other night. So,
yeah, Big Country is like, here, hold on, hold my burrito.
If you have that, what's that thing called? DoorDash stuff. I don't have that in the country. We don't even have, our pizza places don't even deliver. You know what I mean? We're some backwoods. They won't deliver. So,
well, no, they have to put it in the gondola thing and have it come up the mountain or something, you know.
Well, we got a Pizza Hut and we got a Little Caesar. They finally brought in a Little Caesars like a year ago, and because Pizza Hut's so damn high, man, you get 2 pizzas
Little
and
Caesars.
it's like $60-something bucks, $70, and like we've never had DoorDash or none of that shit. You don't just get to call anybody and go find, you know, get whatever restaurant you want, you know. Now you can, we can get on our apps on our phone and order our food, but we have to actually get out of the house and drive to the restaurant and pick it up, you know. You can do it online, but then you have to still go pick it up. So
I got a great idea. They should have an app where you just look and watch other people's DoorDash deliveries. You know,
that
And
would
then
be
you're like,
some
oh, that'd be
videos,
nice.
wouldn't it?
Look at that. That'd be nice. Gosh, I
The
didn't
country,
know
I eat
Reese
deer all the
Chris.
time. I've got them in my freezer. We get at least 2 a year. Yeah, I mean, airdrop. What's that? Is that the same thing?
Well, if the drone does not shoot at you, it will deliver your pizza. I guess that's what that is.
Yeah, evil. I mean, we're in the country so far,
Yeah,
like
but-
you probably, it just don't do
But
it.
okay, but hold on. In Evil Rick, like full disclosure, Evil Rick is in prison, and so no, he's not going to get DoorDash in
Yeah.
prison.
He says only DoorDash in the country is after you eat Taco Bell. Yeah, because you're DoorDashing to the damn bathroom. I tell you, hey, I knew why you think I had the sausage and egg and cheese biscuit this morning. I knew not to eat that burrito. I figured the burrito. It was good though, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I'm from Texas, so a brisket breakfast taco. Of course, down there we call it barbacoa, but that's good shit, man.
Well, I've got
That's
to the
one
point
thing I
where,
miss about Texas is good burritos.
well, I can't eat a lot of barbecue anymore for some reason. It just and I'm on medication of the anti-acid pills, reflux, all that stuff, and I still, even if it ain't seasoned, and I love to barbecue, Boston butts and stuff. I love to smoke those, and I don't even have to flavor it, which I can eat unflavored, and it still tears my chest up. It just kills me. Taco Bell is one of the worst. That I wouldn't even call that meat. That's like that's like a mush.
Yeah. Did you know that Taco Bell actually, this consortium that did this, but they did a study for the fast food, and Taco Bell was number one. And you go go Google it.
It seems to me like Taco Bell's
Taco
like
John.
you ever
Wait,
see
hold on a
those
second.
people
Is he-
like actually
Is he
making
saying that
food
they
in
have
a
just
lab?
used Taco Bell bathroom together? Taco John? Is that deal?
It's a weight loss program. John
Like,
says it's a weight loss
Is that
program.
where you order the taco while you're sitting on it? Just man, the walk.
I mean, I feel like when you see people saying, "Well, we grew this chicken in this lab," you know what I mean? It's not real, or like they make that fake cabbage or lettuce, and it's like I feel like that's how they do Taco Bell meat. Like they're growing that shit and they're cutting the tops off of it like cauliflower, and they're feeding you the meat. It's not meat.
If anybody's ever been out west, like Taco Cabana, so Taco Cabana was in Texas. I think they, I think they're still around a little bit, but that was like love. Any food place where you get a margarita, can't get that shit at McDonald's.
No. Well, I mean, I've eaten quite a bit of Mexican taco, different places, and I tell you, some of the best ones I've had is like street tacos. That's some of the best tacos I've eaten. Is somebody really cooking some real street tacos. I mean, I can go to Mexican restaurants and have a good meal, but if you can find a good street taco vendor, I mean, some of them just blow freaking the Mexican restaurants out of the water, man. And Taco John's is similar to Taco Bell, but better quality, and they have these things called potato,
taco trucks, yes,
and nacho cheese, man. Taco trucks. I mean, like those tacos out there in
Food
St. Louis,
trucks
the guy
are
had a taco cart, a little cart, and he was sitting there cooking them there. And they were good, man. I mean, that may have been the alcohol talking, but they were good. I mean, it was. It may have been because of the alcohol, but I think they were actually pretty good tacos.
they probably were.
So, I mean,
I'm telling you, those guys that have the food trucks, a lot of times those guys are motivated, man. They are,
yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like doing stuff
hustle.
from scratch. Where most of these restaurants, that's the reason I try not to eat at chains, because it's all just coming from Cisco Foods anyway, and it's all pre-processed and
And it's
prepackaged.
froze, and it's all froze.
Bullshit.
It's
Nobody
all in the
wants that.
freezer, froze. I mean,
Right.
I seen a video on one guy. They were literally having to chisel the nuggets away from each other because they were so froze together, and it was McDonald's. And I'm like, but it doesn't matter. People know where to target American people because it's fast food.
Like Big Country
They love.
Look, man, potato anything, I'm there, dude. Like if it's macaroni,
I like
cheese,
a good.
or potatoes.
I've been laying off potatoes. I don't eat fries anymore. But I can tell you one thing: when my wife pulls out the potatoes and we fry them in the cast iron skillet and do fried taters, let me tell you, I can eat them all day. And of course, that's the country food, freaking fattening, sitting around.
Dude,
and I've
when you
been
said-
trying
when
to
you
watch
said,
everything I can. But we
when you
like to
said
cook
fried
onions in
taters,
ours.
Yeah,
We like to
but when you
slice
said fried
onions.
taters, you came this close to channeling Sling Blade there for about 5 seconds, and it was good. It was very good.
We slice taters or onions in ours and put them in there, So
Heck yeah, man.
and I'm a garden guy. Like I've grown gardens more than I mean for years up here. And dude, I love pulling my own squash out and frying it, and all that shit, dude. Fried green tomatoes. We do a lot of that food here, And my wife, they love canning tomato juice and drinking it. She'll open her a can and drink it, and I mean,
yeah.
So
See, I think that's something. I think that's
cornbread and
something
beans,
on, yeah,
green onions.
all right. Anybody else? So I'm 56, right? Does anybody else have a grandfather or a great grandfather who
Mine are gone.
loved cornbread and buttermilk? Which,
Oh yeah, or they'll put
half of that
they'll
sounds
put
really
they'll
good.
put yeah, or they'll take their cornbread and put it in the cup and
They
put
put
milk
it in the
it.
glass.
Yeah,
Oh,
and actually eat it out of the
God,
glass.
man.
Yeah, yep.
I'll tell you who you should be sponsored by. You should be sponsored
He said,
by
I'm
Food
starving
People.
now. No, because
They
then
should just
I'd be
have-
freaking 300 pounds.
No, but you should just have. There should just be links to all the places we talk about at the bottom. Just click here for Pizza Hut or Taco Bell or Taco John's.
I'll just be affiliate link.
That's right.
Bread and butter pudding. See, that's a completely different country. Bread pudding.
Yep.
That's a completely different recipe.
That's a Louisiana deal right there. Although bread pudding, I'm telling you, man,
if it's done right, it's good.
Yeah. It's done different. Like there's,
yeah.
I mean, I did what I thought was bread pudding before I moved to Louisiana was not bread pudding at all. Like it was too thick, too dense. Like,
well, that's why I was aggravating the Thumpers talking about beignets and stuff. That's just bread and powdered sugar, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's.
I mean, it's just deep fried.
It's awesome
in a skit, in oil. He says Kentucky Fried Chicken has decent bread pudding.
Yeah, but if you go to like any decent beignet place in New Orleans, man, there'll be lines. Although like Cafe Du Monde, which is down. So if you go to the original Cafe Du Monde, which is right there.
Yeah, I was looking them up. There's a bunch of different little cafes and.
Yeah, I mean they're in different places now, but the original, which is down in the quarter, like that place, it's because that's a big tourist place. So that place is always jam packed. So grilled cheese, I'm telling you.
Yeah, There you go.
Can't
But
go
yeah,
wrong
well,
with a
she
good
sent me
rib.
that link of the king cake or something like that down there.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God, their pastries and stuff. I mean, I thought I freaking had a heart attack just looking at them. I mean, I was like, God Almighty, those things are just crazy. He says monkeys left the chat. It's currently
Monkey is
raiding the
currently
cabinets for
door
nachos.
dashing nacho cheese sauce. Is what
He's probably calling DoorDash back saying, "Listen, I need some more nachos. Can you stop by 7-Eleven and grab me some nachos and cheese?"
He just no. He told his wife, look, just go into the 7-Eleven, take your own container, and just start pumping from that cheese. And if they say something to you, you just tell them mind their own
You know what I
business.
used to do though? I used to I used to go in and would get me the hot dogs, and I would put the nacho cheese on the hot dogs and stuff, and then put them in those little papers where they couldn't see that I actually added the cheese, and
Right.
I'd have me a hot dog full of nothing but nacho cheese on them. So, I mean, I think what really goes good with bike food on the road, if you want something easy, of course, stopping at those convenience stores suck. But if you can find a good truck stop, every once in a while, you can find a decent,
Yep.
road meal, like Bucky's
Oh,
or
I
like,
can.
Love's or somewhere, you can find a
Hey, that's a
decent,
good. You just stumbled on a
I
great
mean, you can,
topic, which is
I
you
mean,
just said it. What
yeah,
great road food on a bike trip? That's a
I
great
mean,
topic right there. Nobody does that. Let's do it.
no. Well, I mean, like, there's so much fake, well, not just fake, but these little convenience stores, they'll sell pizzas, sliced pizza here and there. But like I said, you can stop at these if you're on a road trip and you're on the interstate doing real miles, and you map your gas stops out in the right way, and you hit Love's or Bucky's or somewhere big, those big truck stops. I mean, you can actually sit down and have a decent meal. I've seen actually cafes where they cook homemade food in certain truck stops. There's a
Yep.
restaurant connected to it, and you can actually go in and sit and have breakfast. Yeah, or green beans and dinner. And just depending on what kind of road food you want. And if I'm on a big trip, I like to throw a little bit of fruit or something in there because of the calcium and stuff. I like to eat a banana or two, but I like the sausage dogs. I like those. I enjoy the those
Like a
smoked
kielbasa.
sausages and yeah and
Yeah.
stuff. And I don't want to grab something that's in a wrapper and put it in a microwave. You know what I mean? I want something. I want to be able to go
Nope.
into one of those places and find something hot. Something good to eat.
Yeah.
And it may not be good for you, but it's good to be on the road. So I mean, it's
Hey,
biscuits and
to Big
gravy.
Country's point, by the way, Ray. Before
Yep.
biscuits and gravy, that's how you tell right there. Right, that's a solid way to find out what kind of restaurant you're in. But
Yep.
I would highly recommend get a sample of the gravy before you get it because
Well, that's like you
biscuits
go to
and
Dairy
gravy.
Queen and they serve you gravy at 7 o'clock at night, knowing that was the breakfast gravy, and it's not good.
It's
Like
still
you never go to Dairy
it's
Queen and get a
it's
chicken
solid.
strip basket because the gravy's like so old that you don't eat it. So, as an ex over the road lover, I use. He says I love truck stop. Truck stops on the road trips a lot, and like I said, there's a couple I've hit going through Lebanon and different places where the older truck stops actually have a mom and pop, diner. You can actually go in, sit down, and they have food. And of course now it's if you're not hitting like Bucky's or Love's or what's that other one called? There's another big one out there.
Pilot.
Is it Pilot? I thought it was something.
Pilot's a
There's
big
another
one.
big name. Yeah, there's certain
TA.
ones that Pilots are good. What's that big one out there? is it up north or west? They have a movie theater in it. They have all kinds of shit. It's not a Buc-ee's. It may be Love's or something. I can't remember. I seen somebody.
There's one in Iowa called the Iowa 80 truck stop. That's like the largest truck stop in the world.
Maybe what I was thinking of. There's I mean, they got like movie theaters, everything in it. Man, you can do whatever. You can spend the night pretty much. And have a whole entertainment. The whole time you're there. But yeah, I think road food is, it can be good if you're doing a good trip, because not everybody's going to stop. And like, if you map it out right and you get certain little hotels, not every town is going to have a sit down diner or somewhere you can go and eat. You're going to have to hit either, now if you're running the interstate doing a long trip, most time, or for me, most time, I would look for a hotel right off the interstate next to, the truck stops, across the street or whatever,
Right.
yeah. So I know what I'm going to be eating will be that truck stop, but it'll be hopefully a good truck stop where I can actually have a decent breakfast or lunch, so because 9 out of 10 times you got to drive miles into the town to find a restaurant or something else. So, I mean, it's
Rick's talking about that
massage from the parking lot attendant.
They'll just knock.
They volunteer. They just want your money. I mean,
they're givers. They're just born givers.
He says he's been to the 80. There are
it's
barbers,
a cool place.
knife shops, grocery stores.
Twice.
Yeah, and that. I've seen it on somebody's video, a few years back, and that thing was massive. And I was like, damn, that's huge. They
you could retrofit the interior of an 18-wheeler cab. I can tell you that. You can get
$20,
seats,
$20,
steering wheels.
Right. He says where he's from is called a greasy spoon. Oh shit! Yeah, I think it's just because if you map it out, like say, like I know, like GQ, man, not to throw him out there, but hey, this guy goes all over the country. He's done a lot of riding. I can guarantee you, he's probably explored a lot of that because he's very in particular what he eats. Very, I mean, and that's good, because he eats the right stuff while he's on the road. Also, you know what I mean? Kind of keeps him still at his body right, so yeah. I mean, how much?
Well, that's the other thing you got to be careful about when you're eating on the road and on a bike, especially if you're trying to lay down some miles. If you eat the wrong thing, it could derail you.
Oh yeah, you're going to be asleep, or you're going to be out.
No, I was thinking. I mean, yeah, you might be in the Taco John.
Yeah. Yeah, that or I try to always. What's up, Jamin? I always try to look at especially when I went to North Carolina. When I stopped, I was grabbing peanut butter stuff. You know what I mean, like peanut butter and cracker things that have protein and certain things that I was not going to just say, hey, I need to sit and eat this big burger or whatever, because then I'm going to be lazy and I don't want to put, you know what I mean? I'm going to get tired because I don't do that. I will try to eat light, but I will try to eat the right stuff, Chex Mix, maybe with some M&Ms in it to keep my energy, my sugar kind of going a little bit, things like that. I don't know. It's Jamin, buddy, what do you eat when you're on the road traveling on a motorcycle? Truck stop on, let's see, he's saying Cherry Avenue in LA, okay, can hold 500 lot lizards.
How many homeless people can it hold?
No shit. How many freaking, I mean, can we, put the people crossing the border there? Give the homeless people back the streets? I mean, it's like they robbed the homeless people.
Go to Chicago.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
No, thank
Turkey
you.
is always good.
Yeah.
Anything
That's a
that's
good
protein
energy.
that you don't have, yeah, anything that's protein that's not like gonna freaking wreck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine someone
Like
taking
biscuits and
about 12
gravy.
dozen boiled eggs? Yeah. I was going to say someone carrying a cooler full of boiled eggs. My Lord.
That's a big roll of the dice right there.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of those bodybuilders and wrestlers, that's what they eat, man. They eat nothing but boiled eggs and shit. I would not want to stay around them. So, and
It's nuts.
that's like their profession, or even big countries. If you're on the road, and you're doing something like that, wrestling or fighting, you have to watch. And a lot of people, they'll eat just chicken, bland chicken, no ingredients, no nothing on it, all that shit. So
Yep.
he says,
Big
I
country nailed it.
usually do it. Red Smokies.
The red smoke, those little red smoky.
Yeah. He says he
Yeah,
is very well.
I'm with big country there. That's a health food.
Yeah.
And you're performing a service that is highly appreciated.
He said he's seen high-end escorts on dresses. You must have went through
What,
Vegas because I ain't never seen any high-end.
That must be is that like a Ford Escort but with nice rims on it? What are we talking about?
He said that's why he's a heavyweight. Oh shit! But
PA biker.
Gremlin buddy, where are you staying in Daytona? Are you staying with is Joe coming down? They had 6 teeth instead of 2. What's up, PA?
That actually works against you in that situation.
Yeah.
Depending on
I mean, truth. I'm not even gonna get into it. I don't want to.
It's a family show.
It's a family tradition.
Don't bring up my home state.
I mean, I couldn't do it. Would never do it. I ain't that desperate. Nowadays they have, when my brother drove a truck before he got sick and passed away, he was doing a run from Lebanon to Compton Beach, Compton, California, and he'd get out there, and he'd be at a red light, and all of a sudden he'd start hearing, he'd see in these mirrors people trying to bust open his back of his semi, you know what I mean, the trailer to steal shit, and he'd just have to floor it through the red lights, till he got to the warehouse he was delivering stuff, and he said there's no, the things you see on the road. And I went with him once, and when you stop and have a layover in Vegas and go in and shoot, play the slots for free and drink all night, and pretty wild. But that was younger days, and so I don't know. I try to avoid, unless I'm in and out of the truck stops, I avoid even being over in the truck parking. Now, you guys actually have to go into those parking spots, don't you? With your RVs and all that stuff. So,
I mean, I prefer to stay in rest areas. Honestly, you would think rest areas would be a little more shady, but they're not, man. Like
they're a lot better.
All of my weird shit, interactions have always been in a freaking truck stop parking lot. And it's like I can pull into any rest stop, nobody bothers me, but in a truck stop parking lot, there's always some freaking
well,
knock
they're
on the door
always
at
looking
2
for
o'clock
that
in the
one.
morning.
They're always looking for that one desperate man.
That's right. Turn down service. Yeah. You want mint on pillow?
It's funny when they always get buzzed. Well, that's my girlfriend. Really? Because I've just seen her coming out of that truck. That's sick.
She's a lot of people's girlfriend.
We're
real loose with that terminology.
Yeah. Well, country said it, $20 is $20. So
pay the man his money.
But yeah, I mean that's some shit. That's the main thing I would worry about if I was RVing like around the country, like you guys have done, or Thumpers have went to the rallies. It's different, at the rallies, but I mean like getting there and having to stay overnight somewhere in, on some highway or interstate, and I think I would try to find most rest areas or
Well, first of all, rest areas when you're towing,
or KLA
it's
or
just
something.
easy. No, it's just like I refuse to. Well, because first of all, I'm working on the road most of the time, so and you have checkout at an RV park just like you have at a hotel or something. So by 11:30, 12, you're supposed to be out there. Well, shoot, man, that's just half my work day right there. So I would rather stop at a rest stop because then I can sit there for the whole day if I need to and work, and then bust out at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon and drive for 4 or 5 hours. Get down the road. But at a truck stop, like 18 wheelers easily back in. Well, I can't do that because I've got a Jeep back there, right? And so I got to unhitch. I either have to pull in forward, and then in the morning unhitch the Jeep, pull it out, then back up the RV and the bike tow, and then rehook everything back up. I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
So
even with the motorcycle back here, you got to do it too. You got to just leave it on though.
Well, the motorcycle is a piece of cake because it just follows the track of the RV. But the Jeep you cannot back up with that thing on that tow bar.
Big country, I agree. I probably wouldn't recognize you if I seen you in Walmart because I'm so used to seeing dudes with mullets and I mean, seriously, you see so many now. I don't believe it would be hard to recognize him. You know what I mean? And hello, Thumper.
Hey,
or Mrs. Thumper or Mr. Thumper. How you doing?
That's usually the fairer Thumper, the sweeter, more gentler, kinder Thumper. Although sometimes he will hijack it, and it'll take 2 comments, and we'll know. So,
Mister, okay. Well, if it's the Mister, then I hope your ride went good. You had a beautiful day for it, which we had a pretty day. I think it got to 59 for about an hour or hour and a half, and then but it warmed up. It started warming up once we got to Crossville. It was actually, if you're just sitting in, when we were sitting in the sun there, it actually was decent. Of course, we know the wind chill's always different. Just got home, and
when I left, it was 35, and then when I got up there, it was still in the low 40s. But then, like by the time I think it was in it had gotten to the 50s by the time we left.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's what she asked me before I left. She said, "Are you riding?" I said, "No, I'm not dressed to ride. I'm not riding in 35-degree weather." I said, "Nope." I said, "I'm taking the
You
car."
think I'm Thumper or something?
I said, and that's the thing. People say, "Well, it's going to be 59." Yeah, but for an hour. And then it's going to drop right back. It's not that I'm complaining. I'm just saying, hey, you got 59-degree weather. Yeah, for about an hour or two, and that's it. That's all you get. So,
yeah. Well, it's kind of the inverse. It's actually the inverse of Sturgis. So, like, you're up there in Sturgis in early August, and honestly, it's pretty freaking cold in the morning. Sometimes it can be in the mid 40s, high 40s, and then it'll get up to 90, 92, but it's not hot for very long. And then about 4 o'clock, it starts going back. And then by the time the sun's down, you better have a jacket, man. It's going to be like 6. It's at high 60s or 70, but it's no,
I could have layered
no
up.
humidity.
I could have put layers on this morning, but I decided not to. I just thought, I wasn't going to. And, like I said, tomorrow it's going to be in the 50s. So I'm going to get, get the bike out and get that stuff off and get the wiring hooked up for the heated gears. So I can just throw the heated jacket on and the gloves. And I think, with that and the chaps and stuff on, I think I'll be completely fine. So
I know. I need the review. I'm
he said
holding
he got
off.
cold on the way home. So yeah,
Yeah.
no shit. It's
Yeah, they do have second thoughts at that temperature.
and that's the good thing though about that. It came because I bought the whole. The wife and them. The wife bought the whole package, so it's the jacket, but it comes with the controller and everything. You know what I mean? It came with all the hookups, and I didn't have to, because a lot of them you have to buy separate. You have to buy that controller and shit separate. But this one came with the big package deal, and so it's got two, up and two control switches, which you can control the jacket temperature. And then when you plug in the gloves and stuff, you've got the other controller. It's one box and it's got two control, so you can control the gloves from the other, from the same box, but it's a different, setting. So you can control it separate because if you run both of them like on high off one controller high heat, I think it tears the gloves up or does something. It won't run the gloves right because there's a separate hookup in the side of the jacket for the gloves. So it's got, and that's what I like about it. It's got that controller that controls the jacket, and then it controls the gloves. Or if you want to hook the pants in, if you have pants, it controls the pants. So, and then you can run.
By the way,
socks
always recommend pants.
You
It's
know,
cold.
well, you need a good layer, like the ones that you have. What were you saying? Those are like a certain material of.
Yeah, they're like those are good, man. I've been pretty happy. I've ridden in the 20s with those. It'd still be nice if you had like another if you had a heated layer under that. I think you'd be golden because
Yeah.
I'm not freezing, but they're fleece lined and then they're
Yeah.
completely waterproof, completely windproof, which is
Well, there's a thermal set. It's for hunters. It's not like long johns. I mean, they're like that, but they're not made like long johns. There's a certain, there's a certain material. They're made out of certain material, and they're the bottoms, and then you have the top. And they look like long johns, but they're like a hunting or thermal set that they're not heated, but they're for that, Pacific shit only, So
yeah.
he says,
I'm gonna go search John's deal there.
I have.
Well, anything made by the Germans is gonna be pretty good. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the freezing temps to ride, Keith.
It's hard to argue with that, really.
Yeah. I mean, we all
No,
don't.
but I like being cold, Thumper. It's fun.
Yeah. It's fun walking out here on a sheet of ice, snowing and sleeting.
Oh,
He said it's American. So, but I think if you have a good material and you just layer up right, you don't really need heated. Which, of course, heated gear is awesome because the pants and the socks, But I mean, I'm talking about if you're going to ride in frigid 20, 30 degree weather, yeah, you might want to invest in some good heated gear. But, 50-degree weather, wind chill still 45, 50, still cold. I've been in that weather with, long johns, a good set of thick blue jeans, not no stretchy, thin pants, and chaps, and my legs will be fine. You get a good wool pair of socks, and most of the time you're good. And like I said, I've never had the heated jacket or vest, so this is my first time. Going to be using any kind of heated gear. So I think that's going to automatically, because as long as mainly my core and my fingers are warm, dude, I can deal with, my legs being a little chilly, not so chill. I mean, I'll have chaps and stuff on, but that'll break the wind. But he said it was 62 and he was freezing.
I mean, look, I've ridden with Thumper quite a few times, and I can attest. I've only ever seen him wearing a hoodie, pants, and Vans. Like
Yeah. And if you
the,
see him
the man is
flying,
nothing but if not consistent.
and if you see him going like 80 at nighttime, you know he's cold and he's trying to get back to the house.
That's right. He's not showing off. He's
No,
freezing.
it's cold and he's getting where he's going. So
Son of a bitch.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
John,
man.
John's over in like Washington, ain't he? Or Maryland or somewhere over there. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be 60s around Washington or Maryland or wherever you're at over there until probably what, May, probably. You know, that's, and truthfully, it probably ain't going to be that here until then either. Because, like I said, it will get 59, like I said today, for an hour, but it's not going to be consistent. You know, it's not a consistency or wind chill north of DC. So, okay. Yeah. And like I've said it before, where I live on this plateau, I've seen snow in April. I mean, I've seen, for me, truthfully, when I really think about when it's starting to warm up in spring, is probably late April, 1st of May. You know, that's kind of. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been times March and late March and April. It's been decent, 60-something degree weather, nice. But a lot of times it's not real consistent until it gets later into April or May. So, and like I said, you know, anybody, you know, weather can be, you know, like we were talking about earlier. It may show that we have a decent ride, but, you know, in 2 weeks, it may be shitty snowing. You know, we don't know. I mean, truthfully, I mean,
Yeah.
say late March.
No,
Yeah.
I lived up. I lived up in DC for 4 years, and man, when I was up there, we got now Thumper will love this. In literally, I think it was 48 hours or less. We had 5 feet of snow. Like I have pictures of basically like my car. You could just see the roof of it. Like
My Lord. Yeah, we ain't had that since 90s, since somewhere in the 90s or something like that. We had that snowstorm.
it was wild. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were stuck at the house 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think we had a big in here in 92 or 94 or something like that. And it was so deep, it came, like you saying, it came to the top of the cars. It came over the porches. You couldn't see. We had that big old blizzard that time. And
I had a big one in 92 too, Ray, but I quit returning her phone calls.
Renee, if you're watching, he's full of shit. But
Renee loves jokes about other women. She just laughs.
he said he rode through snow flurries in December to drop off the bike for suspension. That was awesome. Okay.
I mean, he had
And well, you know,
he's dedicated to the cause.
but you're not, and I may be wrong, John, but a lot of people, I'm not talking about you specifically, but a lot of people are not going to be in the snow just riding because they want to ride. If it's snowing and they have any kind of shit on the ground, 90% of the time, I would think that they're not going to get out there and chance it. You know, I mean, I wouldn't. And I don't care what people say. If it's snowing and they've done put the salt and that other shit out on the roads, I don't want no part of it. You know, there's no way. I'll just, you know, sit at home.
It's the black ice that gets me, man. That's
Yeah.
that's the stuff where I'm like, that was the last time I actually rode a motorcycle, like in active winter, where like, you know, and it was in Kansas City, and I was going to work on my bike. Like this is like 20 years ago, and I hit a patch of black ice, and I didn't go down, but it was a wild ride there for, you know, about 10 seconds. And
Yeah.
I read my own license plate.
If you have to go through it, I can see if you're running through it and you're traveling or something like that, and you hit it. I see that, but say like Bill and them in Michigan and India and Mikey, my buddy up there, and it's snow on the ground, I don't see them getting out riding around because on their bikes because they got snow. You know what I mean? They're not doing. I wouldn't think they're doing that. So it. And I know a lot of people above Kentucky, they're going to have snow and things worse, for longer periods than we do. So, or most of the time, because there's places that got snow are still snowing, and they still have snow, and we ain't got nothing right now. It's good. So, I would prefer to take off for 3 months to Florida, and hang out and have fun while winter's up here, but it's hard to do that, like we were talking about earlier. I've got mainly 3 more years. What's up?
Of kids,
Joe? Yeah, and then we'll be empty nesters in 3 years. So I mean, it's
fuck those kids.
Then yeah, I mean they can go eat out of a dumpster. No, I'm tired of feeding them. No, seriously,
or
like
we do better.
Exactly. Now they're she'll be doing her schooling thing, and hopefully Bailey will be done with hers, and on to her more other stuff. So if we want to take off and go somewhere for a while, then we can do that. But I can't just, kids got softball practice every day, blah, blah, blah. You can't just take off and leave, you can't, I can't. And, and that's fine, that's why I became a dad, to be a dad, not to be a deadbeat dad, So, but you're, like you guys, y'all's kids are grown and out of the house. So y'all have a little bit more room to wiggle with, you know what I mean? You can kind of, go and do whatever, but you still have day jobs. I mean, that's
it's still a balance, but
yeah.
Hey man, I mean, it's like, I still I will never complain about working. That's for sure. Because not working would be better, but I'll take working and getting to, and like I said, the kids being gone is the key to the whole deal anyway. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it just gives you your, I don't know what that's like yet. I can't even remember when I didn't have a kid.
It's awesome.
Much. 21, I had my first kid. So, I mean,
yep.
I started young. And so my partying days in Panama City and stuff was over when I had my first kid. I dropped all that, stopped all that shit and everything. And it was, I was like, well, that's it. That's over. I had my fun. And then, so the only time I went without a kid, let's see. Well, does weekends count when she brought them to prison for visitation? Still had them there.
I think that.
I mean, 2 years within 20-year gap or so. I got a 2 years of weekend visitation. I was working for the state at that time, guys. So I was really,
You're a private contractor.
Yeah. So,
they weren't paying, they were not paying you shit.
25 cents an hour.
It's a goddamn ripoff, man.
It's awesome, dude. All week just to buy a honey bun.
I thought slavery was outlawed. Wrong.
Oh shit.
Don't get me started on the government. We'll be here all night.
He says Florida was cold. He says Florida was a lot of fun. It's a blast. Yeah, it is.
You got to also say it's a thumper cold, not cold.
Yeah.
Cold. It's
anything below 70s cold to thumper. I mean,
by the way, can you imagine Thumper as a weatherman? It's like it's 65 and he's out there going, bring out.
He's got a jacket on outside talking with his microphone.
Salt down the roads.
We're expecting chilly winds tonight.
Yeah, he's out there like those guys in the hurricanes. He's like, it's freezing. There's guys out there in shorts and t-shirts.
Being blown sideways.
Monkeys working on the bike naked. you know, and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Monkey sweating in
And
the
he's like,
garage, and Thumper's over here with a winter jacket on, with the fur around the head.
Monkey has to call the HOA security, get him out of there. Man, put some clothes on. Jeez.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Thumper, about we were trying to look up and predict the weather for March, and the average, what did it say, 65, 70 something?
I think the high was going to be like high 60s to low 70s, and the low was going to could be anywhere from like 50 to 60 in the low.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Thumper probably has a pretty good handle on it, what we can expect. And by the way, it could very easily just be insane and,
Yeah. What's up, Sam, man?
90 or 40.
Yeah. I think that, well, from being up here for, through winter, if it's 65 there, I'm good. I think that's good. 70, that's good weather for me. I mean, 75, that's warm enough, yeah, at nighttime. Now, there's a road down there. When I was down there, last time I was in Florida, we take the kids, but we took them to Panama City. But when I was actually in Daytona for Bike Fest in 2021, that road over there, man, traveling through, I forget what Monkey said, which road it was, but I can tell you one thing, that thing stays so damn cold. Me and the wife, we were froze, man. We actually stopped and bought hoodies because we had nothing with us. I was on my Sportster. She was on the back of it. I don't even think I had my windshield with me. And I mean, it was so damn cold. And I think it's that road over there that goes through where that campground and the flea market and all that is during the rally and all that, where the Daytona flea market and all that. There's a road that goes real far down through there. And I tell you what, it is awful, man. And I think it's from just the little old swamps that you can't see on the sides of the roads, going through, because there's woods in certain areas. And that road stays so damn cold at night. I mean, we were froze. We were literally no helmet, no nothing. And we had about an hour ride back to where we were staying, because we wasn't staying in Daytona or the Cackleberry or none of that. We were we at a friend's place about an hour away from Daytona. And I'm telling you, it was so damn cold. I mean, it was miserable. And I told her, I said, we ever go back, if I'm on that damn road again, I will have a jacket on my bike or somewhere with a mask and everything. And I will not get cold going that road. He says, Cabbage Patch. I don't know what road it was. Hello, Thumpers. Been watching your boats and TV videos. Looking forward. Oh, I was wondering if you was going, Sam, man. I asked Gremlin earlier if he was going to be down there with you or what was going on. Because Gremlin said he was going. I didn't know I didn't know. I didn't know if you was going or not either.
Yeah, Thumper was backing that TV into some tight spaces.
I need super thanks on my channel. You mean super chat? Oh, I would love that. I don't, but I don't have enough subscribers, man. I've got to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think something like that to have super chats. I ain't quite there yet, buddy. That would be cool, She's having fun with the TV. RV. Yeah. Oh, so people give. Oh, is that what that's for? The super chats for money? I never ask anybody for that stuff. Oh, I've got 560 something. I don't know how to do it though. I don't know how to set up a super chat. All you need is 500 subs for super. Oh, okay. I don't know. That's why I said I started this to have fun and just put videos out of what I was doing, meet people. You know what I mean? I never dove into the real, of course I want my channel to grow. Don't get me wrong, but I never took it as I want to be this YouTube famous guy, and I want to, you know what I mean, and da da da. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just if I was to grow and get there, cool. If not, I'm okay with it too, because I know my goal hasn't been met for what what I have fun with on here. I enjoy, but yeah, I would have to sit down and someone had to explain how to go through and set it up, because I don't know how to. Like I said, I don't dive into it deep enough to know how to go through there and set all that stuff up. So, I mean, I never started this to have money or nothing. Like I said, my bike is so old. There's no companies they don't want to. I'm not in. I'm not worried about a company saying, "Hey, I'll send you this," because it ain't gonna fit my bike. They want a newer bike, so I'm not worried about that. And everything I've got from my bike, I've bought. So, or I won. I won the handlebars. Of course, I wasn't gonna put the old ones on the new handlebars, so I went and bought new grips, new levers, new everything. So, but I appreciate it. What you thinking though? Yeah, every little helps, man, and it does. But like I said, that's something I'd have to look into. I didn't know you could do it at 500. I thought you had to have 1,000. So, but I think that goes with the monetization, right? Though you can monetize it at 500 your live streams with the super chats, because I think that's how you set it up. Maybe, I don't know, but anyways, oh, you're staying at your brother's. So so Joe Sandman's saying he's going to be there from the 1st to the 10th. Are you're pulling your RV, Joe, down there, Sandman? Deltona? Is that? Did you mean to say Daytona or Deltona? Is there a Deltona there? 20% goes to YouTube. Well, the other 20% goes to my wife. So what the hell do I get? I mean,
A Coke and a smile.
no shit. I heard looking at me saying, no thanks. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I'd actually have to get the IT guy to help me out. He probably knows more about it than I do. So, but
Well, between me and Thumper, we equal one IT guy. I'm shocked that YouTube only takes 30%.
30%, I think. Damn, that's high though, ain't it? Oh yeah, so it is. Okay, 40 minutes west of Daytona is Deltona. Okay, I thought he meant to say Daytona. Bringing my sister's RV with the trailer. Okay, so you're going to be at the Cackleberry or campground or wherever down there, or Cackleberry or Cabbage Patch. There's two different ones, ain't they? Yeah, Cabbage Patch and Cackleberry. So yes, between Daytona and Orlando, close to DeLand. Okay, DeLand, Florida. I've heard of that place. Okay, where they have the burning bike. Okay. Yeah, I think there's going to be quite a bit of people down there this year. I know a lot of people's ready though to get the hell out of their state, and get to warmer weather for a week or whatever. I don't know. I think that that's basically kicking it off, ain't it? Kicking the rally season off at the Cackleberry. Okay. I think that's because right after that goes something else, doesn't it? You got 1st of March, you got Daytona. Then you have what, Leesburg in April.
Right.
Down there.
Well, don't you also have Arizona Bike Week in April?
Somewhere in there, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, it's the kickoff of the larger rallies. That's what I was thinking. It's the Yeah, because the smaller rallies start like, well, you got TMMR starts in May. Let's see. Now, what's the now? Doesn't like don't the like Panama City and them they host their little weekend rally? Don't they have a spring and fall? So then you have what's the one over there where Tiger or the Virginia or not Virginia but South Carolina or North Carolina, Myrtle Beach or somewhere over there?
Myrtle Beach.
Don't they have one
Ocean
over there
City.
for the spring
Yeah.
and fall? Yeah, Panama City, they have that one. I ain't even looked those up. I don't even know when those are. And those ain't even on my schedule because I have other things going on. And you can always put a link in your what's that mean, Keith?
What's that? In your more information or more info? Is that? I'm not sure.
Myrtle Beach is in May. Okay.
That might be French.
Could be in your description. Well, I mean, hell, I can give you, if y'all don't want YouTube to take 30%, I'll give you my Venmo. I mean, if you want to get
we'll save everybody.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I'll save everybody money.
30% discount.
Exactly.
Heck, I'll give you a 50% discount. That's the kind of generous guy I am.
Yeah. Leesburg. Yeah. So are you going to? Who all is going to smoke out?
Hey, there's Thunder. Hey, and I don't know if this group gets out to Texas much, but if you've never been, there's a Thunder in the Hill Country rally in Bandera. And by the way, Bandera is just a kick-ass place. I go to Cowboy Mardi Gras in Bandera with a buddy of mine, and dude, that is a party. So Bandera is like cowboy capital of Texas, right? And but anyway, they have Cowboy Mardi Gras, which the Thumpers should go out there. That is a freaking wild party, and it is a good time.
What's up?
And then, like I said, Thunder in the Hill Country is another like the the Cowboy Mardi Gras. A bunch of bikers go out there, but it's not a biker deal. But there's a ton of bikers out there. That's the thing about Texas is like it's always mixed. It's like you got you got everybody of every crowd in the same place. It's very cool.
Yeah.
But Thunder in the Hill Country is a cool rally. That's been going on for a long time.
Tiger, I plan on it, but the fall is so long away. I can't. Yeah, PayPal ain't that something like Venmo or something, or PayPal's on your phone or some shit? I don't know. I don't have that either because I don't know what it is, so I don't have it. I mean, for now,
it was like a first version of Venmo. It was like
I mean, I got a Cash App, I got Venmo, and if you guys have that Zilla, you can email through it into my bank account. I plan on smoke out, but I can tell you the truth. What's up, Don Breed? Yeah, buddy, it's good to be back. I tried to plan things, but I try not to plan so far out every detail because truthfully, I just don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And nobody does. Truthfully, we never do. Link in my description what he's talking about. Okay. And, I have plans to go to smoke out. I just right now, I mean, if something was to happen, personal or whatever, may cause, there's just effects that could go. But yeah, I don't know what all I'm going to be going to, this year. So, I don't really know. Okay, buddy. Yeah, sorry. I
enjoyed talking to you guys.
All right, man. Yeah, Keith's going to jump off here. And, well, I've been going an hour and a half. I said I wasn't going to do no 3 or 4 hour live tonight. So we'll just end it and we'll come back on, this week sometime, guys. The West Virginia thing, no. I try to stay away from backwoods. So, but all right, Keith, I'll text you here in a bit. So,
All right, later.
yeah, we've been going an hour and a half.
Everybody be safe.
I figured I'd just come on for a little bit, anyways, and we just talk a little bit, kind of let everybody know, kind of. I wanted to do a live tonight and just come on and say hello to everybody and let everybody know what was going on, and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. Like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with social media or anybody on social media. Don't give a shit about any of that shit. Just personal stuff, taking a break, recharging my batteries, dealing with, mental stuff as well. So, it is what it is. And I'll get through it. Like I said, warmer weather starting to come through a little bit more. Not that great, but, hey, going to be looking more forward to spring coming up and doing good stuff, doing a lot more stuff with the motorcycle or a new motorcycle. Got to see. Going to be looking into some other things with the newer bikes. So, all right, guys. So, and by the way, 9x12 Customs, Bill Stevens shirt. If you guys don't know who that is, go check him out on Instagram. Get you one of his T-shirts. He's got the Time Machine Chopper on the back. They're awesome. Let's see. Let's Let Customs. So make sure you check out Bill Stevens on YouTube or on Instagram. So yeah, glad to see you too, Evil, Gremlin, Frog, ZX9, buddy. I'll look into doing that with my channel. Tiger, good to see you, buddy. Thumpers, I'll talk to you in a few minutes. And Dime Breed, good to see you, Sandman. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Trying to look through here. CX9R, buddy. Thanks, for hopping back on. All my loyal subscribers, thank you for hanging around. Thanks for, sticking with me. Like I said, sometimes people just need to, kind of recharge their battery and all that. So you guys have a good night. Stay in your lane. We'll see you guys soon. So